Being a celebrity seems like the most glamorous and exciting thing a person can be. However, a lot of celebrities have actually been exposed for lying, even essentially faking the lives that they have carefully crafted through the media. I'm Mackenzie Smith, and let's get into the top 10 celebrities exposed for living fake lives. In at number 10, Aubrey O'Day. Aubrey O'Day is known for having raunchy photos on social media showing off her body, but it was recently exposed that her figure could be a lie. Some paparazzi photos went viral showing Aubrey allegedly out walking her dog, but she didn't look anything like her Instagram photos, and her body had an entirely different shape. Aubrey has clapped back at the photos, saying the paparazzi ones are doctored, even posting a photo of herself seemingly natural, holding up a piece of paper with the date written on it, looking almost exactly how she does on Instagram. But just days after that photo was taken, Aubrey was allegedly spotted at a pool, looking like the original paparazzi photos. There is speculation that the person in the paparazzi photos was not Aubrey, however the person did have tattoos in the same places as Aubrey, so people are pretty convinced that it's her. And at number 9, Steve Rannazzisi. Steve is an actor and stand-up comedian that became recognizable for his role in The League. However, his career took a major hit after it was exposed that he lied about being present at the 11 attacks. Steve would bring up 11 in interviews pretty often, saying it was the entire reason that he started his comedy career in the first place. In 2009, he said that he had been working for Merrill Lynch on the 54th floor of the South Tower when the first plane hit, even saying that he just barely made it out alive. But in 2015, he was exposed for being a liar. Apparently, there were no records showing that Steve had ever worked at the World Trade Center, and it was later revealed that he was in Midtown at the time of the attacks. He later admitted to everything, saying, quote, "I was not at the Trade Center on that day. I don't know why I said this. This was inexcusable. I am truly sorry." And at number 8, Milli Vanilli. Milli Vanilli was a massive pop duo in the 90s that had insane success, but one bad performance ruined their entire career for good. Basically, while the duo Fab Morvan and Rob Plattis were performing, their backtrack that they were lip-syncing to skipped, proving they were not singing. After the performance, the whole scandal blew up. It was discovered that the men in the group never even sang one word of the songs. Milli Vanilli was created by German producer Frank Farian, and he took the voices of some unnamed singers and made the duo the faces of the group, so they were getting all the credit for basically doing nothing but the performing. This took a huge toll on Morvan and Plattis, and especially on their mental health, even resulting in Plattis taking his own life. And at number 7, Jussie Smollett. In January of 2019, former Empire star Jussie Smollett made headlines after reportedly getting attacked during a hate crime outside of his Chicago apartment. He alleged that the men that attacked him were white and called him racist and homophobic slurs. He also claimed that the men were wearing MAGA hats, which would make it clear that they support former President Trump, which put a stain on his reputation. However, things changed quickly with the story when it was revealed that Jussie did not actually get attacked as he claimed, but instead he paid two men to stage a fake attack on him. He was then charged for filing a fake police report, but those charges were dropped. After the fact, he was served multiple lawsuits, and Hollywood completely blacklisted him. And at number 6, Lance Armstrong. Lance Armstrong was one of the greatest cyclists of all time, until it was revealed that he was cheating. Of course, any form of steroid use in the sports world is highly frowned upon and will get you kicked out of any competition. And over the course of his career, Lance denied using any form of performance-enhancing drugs. However, in 2012 it was revealed that he lied and he had been doping his entire career. This was first exposed in 2010 when fellow cyclist Floyd Landis, who was also accused of doping, revealed Armstrong kept his own blood available to use in transfusions during the race to give him an advantage. He also said Armstrong used testosterone to aid in recovery. After this, he was stripped of his 7 Tour de France titles and he was blacklisted from sports. Halfway number 5, Brian Williams. Brian Williams was one of the top news anchors ever, filling the coveted nightly news spot on NBC. He was even so well respected that he was frequently a guest on SNL and 30 Rock. But that all changed when it was exposed that Williams was a liar. The lie first started back in 2003, and he basically claimed that he was riding in a military helicopter that was forced to the ground while flying over Iraq. The plane was hit by an RPG and almost crashed. He kept repeating the story over and over for years after, even mentioning it on The Late Show with David Letterman in 2013. But when the world found out this whole story was a lie, everyone was shocked and felt they couldn't trust him again. He ended up getting a 6-month unpaid suspension from NBC, and his career took a huge hit. He never came back to his role and was demoted to a smaller network. And at number number 4, Jack and Meg White. When the band called the White Stripes started to gain public attention in the 90s, they told the world that they were siblings. However, years later in 2005, the pair exposed that they are not siblings, but rather they were married. Apparently they made up the story because they wanted the world to take them more seriously. I guess siblings are more respected than couples in the music world. The world found out the truth when the Detroit Free Press revealed that Jack, formerly Jack Giles, and Meg had gotten married on September 21st of 1996, and that he had taken her last name. The pair ended up divorcing in 2000, months before the release of their second album. Jack White told Rolling Stone that they did not come up with the plan to lie to the world, they just wanted to take the attention off their relationship and more so onto the music. And at number 3, Rebel Wilson. Rebel Wilson was exposed for not only faking her name, but her age. In Hollywood, having a stage name is very common and not something that people usually care about. However, after fans found out Rebel's name was Melanie Elizabeth Bounds, and Rebel denied using a stage name, fans wanted to get to the bottom of it. Apparently, Rebel responded to the news of her name, saying that her real name is Rebel and Melanie and Elizabeth are her middle names that she would use to avoid getting teased. Not only did her name turn out to be a lie, but also her age. At the time, Rebel claimed that she was 29, but the tabloid revealed that she was actually 35, born on March 2nd of 1980, and had been lying the whole time. And truthfully, no one really cares about all these white lies. However, the fact that she didn't own up to it was the strange part. And at number 2, James Frey. Being part of Oprah's book club selection is a huge deal. It almost guarantees a huge rush of sales and attention. This is exactly what happened to James Frey in 2005. His memoir, called A Million Little Pieces, was added to Oprah's book club because of how raw the book was. The story focused on Frey's drug addiction and his long journey to recovery. However, things changed in 2006 when a website called The Smoking Gun exposed that Frey had lied about most of his memoir. The site revealed court records, police records, and interviews with a variety of sources showed that Frey had falsified and exaggerated parts of the book, specifically surrounding his criminal past and time in jail. This concluded with Frey being directly confronted by Oprah on the show, where he admitted to lying. And finally, at number 1, Shania Twain. Shania Twain is the queen of country pop, growing up in Timmins, Ontario, Canada, a small rural suburb. While she was rising as a star, Shania claimed that she was part Native American on her father's side. This allowed her to work as an entertainer in the United States without a traditional visa because of a treaty that allows Native Americans to live wherever they want in North America. Shania claimed to be 50% Aboriginal on the side of her stepfather, Jerry Twain, a full-blooded Ojibwe. Her adoption by him, noted Windspeaker, allowed her to register as a quote status Indian, reporting that she was quote on the official band membership list of the Tegagami First Nation. However, it was revealed that even though Shania also claimed that her biological father had native blood, he did not, and his family stated that he was Irish and French. This made people question Shania and wonder why she put her stepfather as her biological dad. But she claims that her stepfather was her true father and she didn't lie to the native community. So that's all for the list, guys. Please let me know your thoughts below. But before I go, I'm gonna shout out some comments from my video on Peppa Pig. Dandy Cool said, people eat pork. Restaurant, meat comes from animals. People, oh my god, that's so cruel, why? So it's like literally just a fact. I don't know why people are getting so crazy. The Night Rain Raven said, I'm a mother and I thought it was a nice way to teach a child about where food comes from. I also thought it was hilarious. Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of, yeah, it's like a learning tool in a way. That's the way I first saw it. Alright guys, that's all for the video today. Thanks so much for sticking around if you made it all the way here. If you liked the video and want to see more, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel below. I've been your host, Mackenzie Smith. Make sure to check us out on social media and I'll catch you all in the next one.